that is a view, isn't it? That is a distracting view from a trail that requires your concentration. Downhill, loose stone, soft back brake. A hell of a view. Made more dramatic by the fires that have torn through this place. She's a big old girl. Looks good. Just seen somebody on the forum who tried one, saying it's vibey through the pegs and the handlebars. I've got to say, I mean, I'm used to it now, so to be honest, I think it's always, if you're going to notice vibrations, it's always in the first 2 miles of a test ride. If you spend a bit of time on a bike, you actually can get used to whatever vibrations the bike has. I don't feel vibrations. It feels a smooth engine, so I don't know whether that's because I got it with 1,000 miles on, so obviously it's run in. But yeah, I don't find that issue. Okay, just going to let those guys go a second. Just wanted to show you what riding mode I've got this in. So here, you can't really see, you've got the bike with its wheels, and if you hold ABS, it goes from on both wheels to off both wheels. If I get it back to, so it's on, ABS on, hold it down for 2 seconds, ABS off, front and rear. And that's how I'm riding it, because the ABS system on this bike is not the most sophisticated, and if you leave it on front or rear and you try and ride it on this, as soon as you touch the brake, it patters itself into paralysis, so you don't get any braking power at all, and therefore you just hit what you were trying to avoid. So you know, it's not got the sophisticated ABS that some other bikes have got, so turning it off is better. Same with the traction control, you hold down that for 2 seconds and it comes off there. The traction control isn't sophisticated, it quickly comes in if you're trying to climb hills or anything on here. So I just turned it off. So it's not got the sophisticated sort of semi-traction control or semi-ABS that some of the competitors have. I would imagine it's not got ride-by-wire throttle or other whatever. So to me, systems off is better than systems on. If you kill switch it there, they stay in the same configuration. If you turn it at the key, it all goes back to reset. What I would have liked, like on the CF Moto 450 MT, is just a button here which you could hold for 2 seconds and it turns everything off. That would have been better. It's not terrible, you know, actually it's better than some. The fact you can disable front wheel ABS is great, because it's a big old bike, and when it starts coming downhill you need some brakes, and ABS is just not, certainly on some of these I guess cheaper bikes, they're not as sophisticated, and they just leave you with no braking whatsoever. So that's where we're at. That's only my photo because it keeps wanting to break free. Hot. It is hot. Okay. Cheers. Okay, we've been pointed out just for reference. So you're following a route, you've been told it's easy, you're on a big bike because it's a big bike friendly. I'm on a big bike. This is part of the route. Now even I'm looking at that and going, I don't fancy that. If I really had to, I'd have a go at it, but I've got to wash out there, it's steep here, it's loose here. This is always what you got to think when you're following somebody else's route. Their assessment of easy, medium, hard sometimes depends on their perceptions of it, which is different to yours. Now, I don't think this is big bike friendly unless you're a very qualified rider. That's a big trip up lane, that. Easy to overtop or slightly off camber. So you always got to do your own assessments of the trail. Some of our guys try to get up here one at a drop. Some of the other guys have gone around it realising it's too steep. Me on that thing, as I say, if I really had to have a go at it, but no, steeper than I thought. So as I say, make your own self-assessment, because if you had to go at that on your own on a big bike, I don't think it'd end very well unless you were very good. I mean, you drive it round, you probably get it up, but that's a good CRF lane, that. I mean, I bet even the Himi guys would struggle up that a little bit. It's because there's that corner there. You've got to ride it around the corner gracefully and get good clean drive straight up to go through the rut. I came down to have a go. Some of my guys up there said, oh no, we're not going to do it. I thought I'll have a look, see if I'd have a go, but you know what, no. Knowing when to tap out is crucial. Absolutely crucial. Just coming to the end of a long day. We've cut short a few miles of the trails. We're about to reach Alamal Beach Club, I think it's called, which is where we're staying tonight. And actually, it's the end of the track. Here's the GPX, the official GPX of the track as well. The day 3. Tough days riding today, some tricky lanes and lots of long, sort of rocky, sandy stretches. Hard to find food. You've really got to go off the track to get your food. Not easy sometimes. Everyone's done really well. Everybody's riding really well. Riding within themselves to the best of their ability. They're being sensible and cautious and everything else that you want to hear when you've got so many people on the trail. So well done, guys. This is the Himalayan group ahead of me. They've done really well. Really well. There we are, Alamal Beach Club. Not a bad place to stay. By the river. And Steve, Wistful Steve, on his going to get on a unicorn. Oh, it's not Steve, it's Paolo. Go. Dinner time.